We will be starting in just a minute or two. Many of us are developing our business plans, which is an exciting thing. There we go. For those of you who have friends or someone you know that cannot get on via Zoom, I am now just in the chat. I am now putting the link for everyone to share if they would like to. There we go. That is the link for anyone who wishes to connect to today's session via YouTube. I have also added this link is, I've just now added it to WhatsApp also. So both on WhatsApp, Activate Zambia Leadership Training, it's on there on our WhatsApp group, and it's also in the chat box below. So welcome all. We're still waiting on a lot of people to submit the responses to the questionnaire. Questionnaire, again, as Mark was explaining last week, serves as an onboarding towards having a business plan. It serves as a pathway to doing this for people who struggle just to write a business plan from the start. These questions are most of the way to actually having a business plan. If you can answer those questions, then order them. This is really what functions as a business plan. And so Mark has generously put those questions out there, and we are requiring everyone to have either filled them in or completed a business plan. This is part of your homework, and all of those need to be submitted to Emmanuel Ensange as part of everything. So we're getting ready to start now. Just adding some more people in, and in just a minute or two, we will make a start. It's great to see a few of you on. It's great to see Christabel and Jonathan and Abraham and John Mwale. It's great to see you all there today in Zambia. Excited to see everybody. Great to see Faith, and great to see Activate Zambia Director Jamie Carr also joining us. Also, great to see Natasha. Welcome, Natasha. Welcome. Chamunda is also on. It's great to see Isaac. It's just jumping on as well. Just a minute or two, and then we will get started. Again, week 2, session 2 of Activate Zambia Business Training. Everyone together at the moment, both Tier 1 and Tier 2, as we really work hard to have a communication of the business plans that we have in the form of a business plan. Mark has been helping us. Great to see Mapalo. Welcome. Hello, Jamie. Praise the Lord.
Good morning, Pastor. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, everyone.
Apollo has declined to be added as a panelist. Okay. We promote you to panelists on this webinar so that we can see you on the screen. It allows everyone to be seen, which we think is a real plus. So we do send you an invitation to be a panelist, and it's that way everyone can see you and see your presence. Some people would prefer not to, which is fine. But if you want to know why we are adding you as a panelist, it's so that we can see you on the screen. Helps everyone know who's here. Great to see you, Chamunda. God bless you. Chamunda there. And I see Thabo is just jumping on as well. Aaron, it's great to see Aronzo. Well, also just jumping on as well. Do I have now muted so we don't have the background noise? There we go. Appreciate everyone having their microphones muted. It just helps in terms of background noise. Yeah, if you haven't already muted, go ahead and do that. And then if you need to talk, you can always unmute. And this way we won't have to compete with background noise from everyone. All right, we're just a minute or two away, I think, from making the start. We don't wish to delay any further. So without any further delay, again, I just want to welcome Mark to session. Mark, again, we're so grateful for your time as you, again, help train us on how to develop a business plan. Step one of a great business is a great business plan. And we're so grateful for your input and your walking with us as we develop a business plan that we can show other people, that we can bring people in on, something that's communicable, something that communicates. We are so grateful that you would do this just to help us so that we can bring financial partners, employees, employers, other people that can help us with our business because we have a business plan. And we're so grateful. It helps us with a mentor. It helps us tell people what we're doing in an easy way. And you're helping us write this. We're very grateful. So thank you so much for your input and, again, your time tonight. Would you welcome Mark as he speaks now? Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity. I know every time I'm on here, I have a different background because I'm constantly, sometimes for personal and sometimes a lot of times I go around and do these seminars. So I travel. And so I'm doing about half of these from a hotel room. So bear with me as I have different backgrounds each time. So I have not seen any of the documents back yet. I know they were just being turned in today, so eager to see some of them. I do know that I have seen some feedback from Emmanuel about the necessity of people keeping them neat and turning these in. I just want to reiterate how important these are and why, but also the neatness of them and why that's important. Because this is all people are going to see of you and your plan. So when we get in order for us to assign and find a a mentor or a coach to help you, they need to get a vision in their own mind about who you are and where you're going. So that is critical. This plan is what provides that. And without that, it really is impossible for a coach to have any value and to be able to communicate. So, Emmanuel, are you there?
He's there. He's just unmuting. Yes, we're going to have interpretation. Ah, there he is.
Yes. So I just wanted
Emmanuel, if you could unmute and we'll get you to now interpret. Can you hear us? Emmanuel, can you hear us? Emmanuel, can you hear us?
Don't
Emmanuel?
follow me. Go on.
We can hear you, Emmanuel.
Okay.
Are you able to interpret?
Okay, I'm here. I'm just getting myself settled.
Okay. I will keep going, but I wanted you to interpret the importance of how these need to be neat and the purpose of turning these documents in.
Yeah, come again, Pastor Mark.
How important it is that these documents from last week get turned in and that they be neat and easy to read.
Team, bakamba Pastor Mark bakamba ati mapepers abijamema tipaza titifiringe mavati ziwe na chanichi na ubwino wake wa kuyafiringa na kuyacha submit.
If you are tier 2, in order to have a coach or a mentor assigned to you, you have to turn this in and have it neat. If you are tier 2, we have to have this back. If you are tier 1, then you should still do it. It's just that's how we help to know when you're ready for a mentor.
Ati ma documents abenti feeling nga tuli mutia wanu yanti makamba tia wanu bajanesa sita interview na jana mutia 20 na interview once are important kutiti feeling machanchi aya ma documents bali mu mutia wanu chabeti funa imamu ya feeling ile ma document na kujitifati zive ichipasa isikuziva pamene mufuna kuyamba chani kuyamba business.
Our feedback on these documents will only go back to Emmanuel and he will help you improve it.
Ati yonsa ma document amene chipanga ya yonsa amene tichita yafunika kupitia kuli ine kuti ine nifunika kupeza njira yamene nifunika kutandizirani mwe pale ya ma documents amene teacher submit.
So now let's start with the next 2 sections. Question, Emmanuel, how many did we get back?
We only got about I think from close to 30.
Say again, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yes, 30.
18? Okay. So do we think that we have 18 people that are engaged and ready for a coach? Or am I moving too fast?
No, we have about the response. The response is quite okay. Feedback.
So Seth, do you think we should continue to try to do 2 a week, or should we do 1 a week?
Yeah, currently we can continue at the same rate.
Okay. Okay. I will do that. So the next section, and I put them out on WhatsApp yesterday or this morning, your time. Did everybody get them?
Only a number of them got them, and they have filled them. Others were still helping, although the response is quite slow.
All right,
Emmanuel, you'll need to, just excuse me, Mark. Emmanuel, you'll need to move away from anyone else who's on session. We're getting a lot of feedback because there's multiple phones in the same room. You will have to move away from anyone else that is on session because we're getting the feedback.
Okay, noted.
The next section is to describe your market summary. So, in there, we are, what we're talking about is the overall market and how you as a business go to market.
Ati apa manje yanyetumia kuamba kulondola na kucha describe wanu wakambira ni ma documents yamene yafu safari machichido ya business so ati pamene bakambira tiyamba pamene batifunika kucha describe kuchiti zive pamene ma businesses yati ife bonse yaendera.
If you sell clothes, then the market would be everyone that sells clothes to the same customers you do.
I think if it were people ningi na customers vatu amene tikulisi so that tiziba na amene funika business if ya kuyendera paso golo.
When I talk about the market, the global market for clothes would be all of the clothes in the world.
Ati beba kamba ati pale kunkala pafupi na business na customers watu bakamba ati pale business amene inga konese kugira customers watu o sati chabe mo district pamene tiriri chabe on kapiro ni badis koma konse ngankale ku America oni kuti business ati funa kugira corners ya yonse.
We could talk about the market in Zambia or just in Kapiri Mapashi or within a few kilometers of you.
Ati tikagame padi business maybe oro mukapiri chabe mweka oro muzambia o chabe ma places mosana sana mufupi ameti ngachite business.
So the first question here is, who are your potential customers?
Ati funza number 1 yamene ikamba yametwa kucha kuyanka muri ije document ya number 1 yakuti nanga customers banu imwe ni bandani o ni bati.
So anybody that you could possibly, if you sell clothes, if you sell children's clothes, then anybody with children that is near you is a potential customer.
ati aliyense chabe customer ngankale ngati ugulisa vovala ugulisa salaula olo ni paka booth pano uchinyisa ndrama uja muntu mmoja amene amabwera chabe every time amabwera kugulani imwe ni nchuja ndiye customer wa number 1.
If you sell potatoes in a market in Kapiri Mapashi, then your market, your potential customers are everyone that goes past your market.
Ati ngati ugulisa for example inakama ngati ugulisa potato mukapiri baja wantema pokula babagula pa standi pako nthawi yonse ndiye ma customers wako iwe because agula iwe.
There are lots of questions about your potential customers here because we want to know how much your business can grow.
Ati pali ma questions ambiri pali abani bakamba ma potential or ma customers bacu bazona babelifuka kuti timbesese tishena na understand kuti muri a manager njia ndiye amene business yatu ife ingate kukulira.
If you start a business to sell very expensive cars in Kapiri Mapashi,
atinga tuamba ngati ngawamba makwebo yogulisa mamotoka yodula maningi mukapiri,
we know there are very few people who could buy one.
Ati mukapiri modi chabantu bangati bangono chabe banga kwanise kugula mamotoka yodula.
So we know your potential customers are very limited.
So because chakuti ni mangono akule mamotoka yodula mukapiri uzankana na makastomers bangati bangono chifuka ni mangono anga kwanise kuyagula cha mamotoka.
So the next question is, what is your marketing region or area?
Ati na funso ina ngameni bakamba ti market region bakamba ti ni bantu bangati bamene imwe vintu vane mugulisa bikwaliza kukwira bantu bangati bangakwenze kufikura kuri imwe.
So be specific. Do you sell your product to only women in one market? Be specific.
Ati nanga ivi makwebo yanu muyagulisa ku bantu bwanji ni bana nazimai kuti mukwanise kuti ni strategy yanemo ni njia bwaje nemukwanisa imwe kuti business yanu mungagulise na kupeza mu balefuna kupeza monga profit.
So if you only sell at one table in one market, you need to describe that and how many people come there.
Ati for example, ngati ugulisa mu market, monga mwanalili for example, papa monga bana mwansa wagulisa kapenta mu chanchi mu market pa standi pa mozi. Mufunika mwa describe kuti mwa 10,000 i business yenu gulisa paka table pa mu market. Nichitika bwanji igulisa enda bwanji business ni makastomers bwanji wanigula ine kuti i business ipitirize kukula.
Again, if you're selling potatoes in Kapiri Mapashi, the next question is, how big is your potential market total? Then tell us how many people in Kapiri Mapashi eat potatoes.
Ati muri yamene yanemafunsa mu document bakambati ngati for example ngati ugulisa ma potato ugulisa ma potato mukapiri ni bantu bangati bamene amakugula iwe potato ani ni bangati wanakudia ma potatoes mukapiri pakuti iwe business yako ingakwanise kugulisa na kupeza mo profit yamene zakwanisa kupasa market bantu bane bakugula iwe.
And tell us where you got that information. How are you documenting how many potential people could buy your product?
Atemo tifunika kuna kulondolola nima customers bangati balina bakolesa kutigula muri ya business yati ngati nima potato nima customers babwanji ni bangati mu day for example ngati ugulisa pa stand ni bantu bangati bamakolesa kukugula ni mu day na kucha explain mwamene mugulisa makwebo yanu aya yonse aya tifuna kulondolola.
And then tell us how many people are now buying from you.
Ati manje mfulika na kukamba manje ni mantu bwanje oni bantu bakugulani makwebo yanu.
Also, the next question would be, where do your customers live and how far are they traveling?
And then inango funzina kuti aba makastomers bano bana makugulani bena ngachoka kuti ni ndivyo kulondora tibena ngatochoka kundeke ngatibena ngachoka ku East Park ngatibena ngachoka kutwapya tivu katalondoa kuti inanjora makono nigula bambiri makastomers banga ni mafama banachoka maybe ku Kalweo onachoka kwaso tivu katalondoa makastomers batu katachoka pa town center choko kaba tawo business ni makastomers banga bambiri wachoka mu town center so that na hivi abazungu bazira to au muntu business nachita customers bake bachoka mwaso.
So if you sell potatoes, your customers probably aren't traveling very far because they can get potatoes from lots of different people.
Ati so ngati iwo kulisa mapotato chitanda kuti makastomers bako bafuna kuchokera mufupi because bana pesa kati bati bagulisa mapotato ndi uzapeza kati ni bantu angati ni bambiri pa stand ni pa channel uzapeza uyagusa potato so uvule kuziba nanga padiride pa stand po 5 na kugusa for example agulisa ma potatoes. Why is it ababevi ababogula palile basiya pa stand yonse aya babogula palile so wonse tufata chitanda stand wonse but
if you are selling a specific kind of shoe that nobody else in northern Zambia sells, people will travel a long ways to come and buy your really cool shoes.
Ati kuli makwebena ngakuti iwe kachabelekise for example pado pakapiri for example pa mukushi iwe weka ndio kugusa sapato zamene sizipezeka kugusa sema ma high heeled shoes o maskunda iwe ndio weka ndio pesa kati ndio kugusa chabeza chani sapato and zina pachani chi na pa demand na wazifani bambiri. It means that bantu azabu kuchoka kutali kubaya kuchachani kuzigula hizi sapato waichukua iwe ndio uliweka wamene una hizi chani sapato.
So tell us how your customers once we know what you're selling, now how far do people typically come? So the next question is, how old are they?
So ati funza ndi baba funza banakuti ise tifuninga ku bafuneka tibazibe ni makansi bwanji banempezeka babagulani aja makwebo and then ni bakulu ni bafana bafuneka baziba.
In other words, what is the age range? If you're selling children's clothes for children of a certain age, tell us that.
Ati bafunika baziyo kuti aya makwele mugulisa ya ni baby clothes olo ni grocery o ni mugulisa video ni vabana bale mugulisira bana ngati ni vabana ni age ngati o ngati ni baby wear ni va age ngati ni va 2 years ni va 14 years ni va 15 years atifika chalondorola ngati ni vova chazachi ni vova ni magulisa ile awe ni magulisa sala ni makatika kona konde ni mapogulisa mu Zambia ni magulisa maybe trousers yabakulu masheti yabakulu o ni vabana tifika chalondorola.
If the next question is, are you selling clothes just for women or just for men? Are they male or female?
Come again?
Are you selling to only male or female, boys or girls?
ati Afrika baziye ngati nivovala ni ugulisa chabe vabana vana vakazi vana vamuna onga ni vavakulu maadauti ovakulu ni vavazimayi o ni vavazibambo onga ni vankhoti mukaba ya ine mukusa vabaja vankhoti aja majaketi monga madiko muna aja chikulire.
If it's mixed and both are buying, is it mostly boys or mostly girls that are buying your stuff?
Ngati ni vazimayi ni vazimayi vambiri loma kugulani onga ni vavazimayi o ni vavazibambo ni mamuna veka ndo vamagula vyavovala o chifunika chachani talondolola.
All of these questions are to make sure you know who is buying your stuff.
Ati yonse amakwesheni niwafunsa apa ya ni akuti mafunika waziwe ni ndani amene amagula ikatundu yanu.
I want to make sure you know who your current customer is and who your potential customer is.
Ati bafunika baziwe kuti kaba ma customers bane mapokula ni wandani and then ni ba branch bamene bamabwera pasandi pano kugulani mwama ne mugulisira imwe ngati ndimo basanda musindiki ni nsomba zane mugula ni ba branch ne bagwenda officer in charge weka na mapogula oni ni bakufaya mapogula oni bantu branch mukombo na mapogula bafunika baziwe ma country bafunika pogula amagula chani business vanhu nchawo ndiye ma permanent business by customers vanhu.
The next question is there a demand for your product or services growing or shrinking? Are there more people buying potatoes or less people buying potatoes?
Atafunika bazive bafunika bazima business amene tichita ngati ndimwe bane mulalinga ba restaurant for example ba precious nalomba iyo ngati mulalinga yo business ya restaurant iyo yenda pasogolo business iyo olo ibwerera pansi and then ngati ibwerera pansi wa ibwerera pansi bafunika bazive kuti chamene chibweza business byanu pansi ni chani o chamene chitesa business izenda pasogolo ni chani.
And don't just give me your opinion, back it up with some facts.
Sango kamba chabe okamba kuti awe business yanga ibwera pansi chifukwa cha vakuti vanga visasa ngati ndiwo onaninga restaurant o ndiwo onaninga mapotato tiayo mapotato yanga ni yakagona yamaonongeka so ni mapeza kati vakuti mapotato yanga yamaonongeka ufunika pamene okamba ti mapotato yako yamaonongeka ufunika wapasa na reasons why mapotato yako yamaonongeka ni chifukwa cha yamaonongeka why saguliwa why pesa kati yaonongeka ufunika tapasa machane kupasa ma reasons why A B C D ndichilenga satiri chani mapotato yanga chani yazionongeka.
The next question is, what is the trend of your industry?
Then inango funza mene mangapo mbani nilipo ninafuna kuziba kuti nanga i business yanu iyi mukwenda mwe izyanjana na business yangu ichitika branch business yani ienda munjira branch kulangana na mamene business yaendera munga pakali pano.
For example, if you sold clothes, is the trend towards a certain type of cloth or a certain type of pattern?
Ati mamene vende bafuna kuziba kati ni ugulisa vovala ni vovala boy bamene ugulisa o kuti ungaina business ni vovala boy bamene ugulisa ngati ni vabazimayi si madressa abali kumakana nati dress ina pattern yaso chamene bakonda abantu iwo uli weka chabija makamba maybe ili yuko unique ni business brand ni vovala va boy bamene ugulisa ni vovala chabe yawe o ni vovala vina pattern amene iya ivera ku pattern.
If your clothing styles tend to follow the clothing styles of the West, then identify that so that you can predict where it's going.
Atinga chini business yako vala. Ifika nka business yako ti ufunika yuuzi kuti business yanga ine bantu amene amakula business ni bantu asonga ti ugulisa vala for example ugulisa vya vala mungati va Somalia ufika wazati okay vala bangene target abantu anene magulisira kwe ni Somalia o target ni magulisira kwe ne wachani chi o ni abantu aso ufunika bacha explain na kwa mene product chayano kwa mene chachani igulisiwa maningi.
The next question is, what is your strategy to grow your business in your market?
Ati ifunso inanga amene bafunsa nya kuti muri yo document nya kuti ni malire ya bwanja yamene munafaka pakuti business yanu ikule ende pasogolo.
2 weeks ago we said hope is not a strategy. You don't hope people come by your store.
Ati mawiki abiri asira kumbuyi bazikupuzisa kuti hope olakapena maybe nchichetekero sichamene tinga sichamene chifunga kunkala kusogolo kwa business.
Are you going to try to get more people to come to your market, or are you going to try to sell more things to people that already come to your market?
Ati muzafuna kugulisa kuli hivi vintu vi kuli bantu bane pa market kudala or muzafuna kugulisa katundu pali bantu bamene babwera kuli imwe pa market hapo.
Both of those would be examples of your strategy to grow your business.
Ati vosi baja bamene muzapeza pa market na baja bamene muzapeza pa market pano na bamene muzakapeza pa market pano. Ni vosi awa yabiri afunika kuziba kuti ndiye bantu baza kutandizana kuti business anende pasogolo.
That is a very important question. Spend some time thinking about your answer.
Ati iyo question ya niwafunza is very important. Ya important maningi so mufunika pale even pale mugona mufunika mwaganiza bwino pale abantu bani wabula kugulani pa market bamini na bajone mupiza udala pa market mufunika muganizepo pale ifunzo.
There are lots of ways to grow your business, but never does it happen on its own. You have to make it happen.
Ati kulinjia zambiri zamene zingalengisa kuti isetiche chane tikulise business yatu koma vindu kuti bwebisebeze kuti business bwekule izafunika imwe kutenga step imozi kutenga tampulo imozi kuti vintu vichichani fiende pasogolo.
Now we're going to talk about describing your competitor, which is the next one.
Atimanya muri ija document inangu apa bafuna kuzanga kukamba pali mamene tifunika kunkale kuchita business o makwebo yatu na baja abantu bapese kati nawo bakulisa maybe katundu yamene tigulisa naise pasati pamozi yakulisa cabbage nayo ninguza cabbage nawo yakulisa mapotato yakulisa bosti pamozi nanga iyo usakulisa branch pa na abantu bamene bali apa so iyo ndiye topic ndifanya kati zibe nanga uzakwanisa branch kugulisa ngati na abantu pa stand pangati pamozi.
So just when we talk about describing your competition, we are talking about the people who also sell a similar product to the same customers.
Atinga titikamba pali awana kama competitor tikamba chitipatanta uzakti pali baja bantu mwanga manene nakambira poyambo kuti uyagulisa tomato nawe akusa tomato, or na restaurant nawe na restaurant, or ali na carpenter naye nigulisa carpenter pa market pamozi makasoma ni mangati makasoma zanogula ni mamozi. So ukwanilisa ufika tipunzire mwamene unga chitema kwebwaya pa stand monga yaso.
So for example, if you are selling potatoes in the market, how many other people sell potatoes in the market?
Ati inangu machijuni ukambati ngati pali winangu amene agulisa tomato kati mu market umo, ngati munthu agulisa Sandra pano agulisa mapotato mu market, then ni bantu angati pamene bagulisa mapotato muri ija market tifunika kuziba yo.
If you sell potatoes, your competitors are probably all within a few really close to you. If you are selling bicycles, you might have your closest 5 competitors several kilometers away.
Ati ngati for example ngati ukamba tingati ugulisa umanjinga, it means maybe pa mastandi nangu zapati pali bantu benangu maybe bali 5 or so anogulisa chani bagulisa manjinga, or anogulisa matomato, or anogulisa mapotato.
So in this case, I just want your 5 closest competitors and tell us who they are and identify them and how far away.
Ati chifukwa cha ichi bafuna ife bali tipunzira tikambe abantu bangati bali 5 bamene bakulisa bamene tigulisa ife tizibe ni patali branch pamene bakulisa ivi vintu ivi na bamene indra business yatu business kodi ili affected the business yamene tichita chifukwa chabaja nawe vaichita tifunika tabachita explain ba maki kuti naine pano bali 5 elinkala benangu bali pa 1 kilometer, benangu maybe bali pa 20 meters away, na benangu bali pa 10 meters away, so that bazie kuti okay and abantu bali 5 pamina kulisira banogwisa ma product ngati ya mozi.
The next question is, for you, what are your strengths and weaknesses in the marketplace? What is it what do you do well and not well?
Ati inangu funsa iti very maningi important amene mufunika kuchita kuziba mwenye kuti ni ma weaknesses yanu na ma strength yanu imwe. Kwa mene kuli mpamvu zanu ni kuti muli mu market kuni mpamvu zanu mu business ni kuti futi kwa mene muli mpamvu maningi ni kuti, so that vamene vititandize kuzama mene market mamene ilili kuli business yanu imwe.
And the next question is, what are the strengths and weaknesses of the 5 competitors?
Futi chintu china kuchene tifunika kuzanja kuti makamba baja bantu bali 5 baja nakuza ma product monga yanu nayo manje mfunika naye mwiti yangu kuti nanga ma weaknesses yamene yalimo o mpamvu zamene bali nazo banzanga nocha ma business yamene haya bana mpamvu branch ongati ni kuperebera ngati uniwe ma areas ya branch yamene bali mpamvu mu business ivonse vifika ta understand because tili pa makwebo.
Don't tell us what you want it to be. Tell us what it is.
Ati babusa bamaki bakamba ati osa bauza bamene muliri imwe osa sakunamba bakamba ati ine niliso ine vanesi muliri bauze ni vazona pamene muliri apo.
If you are selling clothes and your competitor has nicer clothes than you, tell us that.
Ati bauze ni mamaki kuti ine vova vamene gulisa ine awe kwena awe ni number 7 grade siwava ni gula ine simama ni gula ni madiku muna soma kwanza kuyagula ivovala vanga ineko awe but ni vabwino ni grade ya bwino amanigula bauzeni chazoona.
If they buy them for less money than you, then tell us that.
Ati ngati vavigula pa mtengo ochipa bauzeni.
This explains where you are in the marketplace.
Ati mukatika bauza ivi vonse veve bazaziba pamene muliri pa market momene ichiti iyendera chani market mwakamba vazoona.
So then we know how to help you grow by knowing what you do well and what your competitors do well.
Ati icho chizabatandiza kuziba nokukutandizirani mamene mu business ingakolire na mamene mufunika kwenda muri business kulingana nabaja amene bagulisa ma items monga amene mugulisa na imwe bazafunika kuziba na kupunzisana imwe.
And remember what we talked about in our business sessions is where are we and where are we going?
Ati mukumbuke banazo kupunzisa paja funzeza malaba bafunza pati nanga pameti mu business tili pati and ni kuti kwa imene tienda munjira ya business.
So tell us what your weaknesses are so that we can help you get better.
Ati mwe mufunika kubauza tikalembe muja mbuku ija buku yabachipasa document machanichi kupevera kwa ntiperevera chifinga tabauza.
The next question is, where do your competitors live? All the same questions we asked about your business. Tell us about your competitors. Where are their customers coming from?
And then chinango funsanewa kamba tufika kuta explain muja kutatauzira niyakuti nabebe bafuneka tazibaziba abamene bakulisa munga ma items monga ametigulisa na ife bankala kuti business awa ichita bwanji tifunika tivonse ewe chachachani tatantauzira so that now abantu batu baziba.
How are their customers different than yours?
Atubafunika bazibe wamene bazakambia babafunika bazati abamene abamene bagulisa munga vintu bane mugulisa munga imwe customers bawo niba bwanji bachoka kuti customers andi kunikusena kwa bwanji pali customers babo na customers banu imwe balisena pati chifukwa bane mugulisa vintu vingati vimozi so mufika muziwe abantu bamene bakulisa vintu ama competitors banu nekatundu ni customers bawo ni bantu ba bwanji bachokera kuti basena bwanji na customers banu.
And then the next question, why do their customers shop there?
Antina funzo nitifunika kufunza kuyanga na kuti nanga why chaime chilengesa kuti aba customers aba bazigula kuli baja ni chani.
And the next question is, how are their businesses different than yours?
Then inango niyakuti chifunika tafunza tatayanga ati kuna kuzifunza chamene chilengesa ubupusano kupusana bwanji kupusana kwa bwanji pali business yabo na business yanga.
Do they have different pricing, a different location? Are they selling different products, etc.?
Atifunika kuziwa kuti aba bantu aba palikuwa na business yenanga amene bachita ma places yenango oni amene business amene bachita kati tomato maybe ukukwina maybe palikuwa na hardware ukukwina ngoleko na chani tifunika chani takamba.
Remember that we said people buy from you specifically for one of three reasons.
ati mukumbuke vanhu kamba ati vanhu magura kuli ise chifukwa cha vintu vingati vitatu. Number 1 vanakamba ati pali price hai pali mutengo. Futi vina vanakamba ati pali relationship zivana branch tivatenga branch customers vatu. Chinango ni place chinango place ni maro branch pamene tigulisira pali branch papulisa ma customers o pali branch na futi na product ni katundu branch iyamene gusa ili genuine enango oira kugulisa chape vovala vama Chinese vinango vivala ma originals vonse hivyo ndiye ma questions atatu yamene tifunika tazifunza.
So it's price, product, or relationships.
Ati vonse vainakada londola ndiye vamene vigwira udindo wa market yatu.
You have to know why people buy from you. If it's one of those three, it's going to be one of those three. Which one is it?
Ati pali vintu vitatu vana makamba iwe mundu anota business ofunika kuziva pali vintu vitatu ni viti vamene vilengesa vantu ma customers iwe vako kuti vazikugula iwe.
The same thing is true for your competitor. So you have to compare.
Ati hivi vitu tatu vana makamba hivi ndiye very important and ndiye vanifinga kulanganisisa maningi na vaja vanzatu vana vachinamo mu business. For example, ine nandogula vintu pali just overseas because ana hardware na just overseas na mundu wina anagulisa hardware mu town matengeto vasanitenga bwanji wena customer relationship winango yapeza kati ku menso sani sekera nikana pa just overseas vani sekera ndiye vanivilengesa ti market yameneyi but mugulisa product ngati imozi but peza kati uyatenga na customers vambi maybe because of relationship or maybe because mutengo uyu no cheaper uyani na 5 kwacha or maybe ni 7 kwacha ndiye vanivilengesa ti maybe tizita chanichi kucha understand mwamene market ili ndivyo kama tifika ta understand mwamene business iende amuli zintu zingati zitatu.
If people buy shirts because they are cheaper, then compare your competitors to you on price.
Atingati ugulisa ma shirts for example or ma shirts agulisa oyo izapeze katika pena maybe mutengo wake uli bwino maybe agulisa pali 1 kwacha mugulisa pali 1 kwacha 50 ngwe izapeze kati bantu bazagula kuli uyu bazagula kuli wa 1 kwacha because bantu wena kupogula vintu bazangana chani na mutengo so vonse vetifika kukocha chani kuvingenesa mu mind pameti kama pangani ya business.
So if it is just about price, you need to find a way to sell it for less kwacha.
Atingati ningadi ya mutengo ufunika waziva mutengo wa bwino wachipa wamene ungakulisepo katundu yako ni restaurant ufunika wapezera mutengo wa bwino wamene ungakuti nisakaide kujava kudya mu Jupiter pa mwamene wakulisa nsiba 50 kwacha at least nandako mu place mwanu mane mzabo kulisa restaurant your precious nalomba ya 45 kwacha nishiwe ka 5 kwacha kaja bantu kazambo kuleta bantu kuli iwe.
Or you need to change your customer's reason to a better product or relationship.
O kapena ngati sivienda bwino ufunika wachinja kapeni kusapokera bwino ba customers ufunika wachinja kapena makwewa wachinja makwevo kuti wankala na zina chanchi na ma product wankana na zintu zamene ma customers bazambo kukonda kugula kuliwe.
The next question is, are they growing or shrinking in market share? Is their business getting bigger or is their business getting smaller for the 5 competitors?
Ato china mfunso inangu ni yakuti aba jama competitors ndicha compete nabo mu business tifunika taziba naise kuti nanga business yabo bushe iyenda pasogolo olo siyenda pasogolo ngati yenda pasogolo tizifunsa why business yabo ajenda pasogolo ngati bwerera futi pansi tive kati azati okay but just overseas business yabo yambukuya pansi nanga pali problem ni chani because business iliyonse ufunika wachatarget weakness ya muntu ya chani ya mzako.
So for example, if there are two of your competitors growing, then why? What are they doing better than you?
Ati ngati vaja ndio tarabo compete in business. Ipeze kati beve iwe uguza kapotito kamozi kasaka beve uguza mapotato yali 15 oyali 20 ufunika washitanda chame chilengesa banzanga aba kugulisa mapotato yambiri kuchilaine basaka yakapenta ine ngula imozi beve bagula ali 7 chame chilengesa tibaja bagula bazigula ali 7 ine ngula imozi ni chani ufunika washitanda stand in business.
It's important to know where you stand in the marketplace.
Ati nchili very important iwe ufunika kuziva pamene wimirira pa market pano ukulisa paja manga manemuliri paja so manga iwe mabanda kawo mapaja mufunika kuziva kuti pamene kulisa ikapenta apa ni business yange enda po ni wantu wangacho nakusa kapenta apa ine nenda branch business yange ikola branch mufunika mwaziva.
If you understand this well, then a coach can help you grow.
Atingati ivi ndo vonse ventikamba pano ma question tiamvesesa bwino aba coach mwanga wamene baliri bamaki apa ni bakochi batu bazapeza njira ya bwino muyotitandiziramo kuti ja business ikule iende pasogolo.
Then somebody can help you answer these last two questions, which is how can you differentiate your business?
Ati funzo yako malast amene wakamenya kuti mafunzo yako malast yabina kuti tifunika tamvesesa ni kusiana kwa branji kwa mene kuli mu business ya yanga yamene chita na abinango.
For example, if you sell potatoes, why would people buy it from you than your competitor?
Ati example ngati ugulisa ma potato olo ugulisa vovala olo ugulisa munga banagusa Sandra musindiki nsomba ufunika wamvesesa wazifunza chamene chilengesa kuti vantu bazinigula ine kuchira kwenda kugula kuja kuli baja bamake bwezani banda na ugulisa na beve nsomba ni chani chamene chilengesa kuti vantu bagule ine kuti basazenda kuli bana bwezani banda ufunika wazifunza ayo makwesho in business.
So it could be that you make your business different by your relationships, or by having better potatoes, or by having a better price.
Ati ufunika wamvesesa bwino kuti business yako iende bwino ni chache chizalengesa kuti mapotato yako yazigulisa bwino ni kunkana na relationship ya bwino na ma clients wa ma customers bako olo mapotato yako ni ya bwino ni first grade potato ya bwino kuti bantu bakabwera so that mapotato to photo za pesa mapotato to bwino maningi bakugule all chachile kuti bakugule. Is it because iwe mtengo wako ni wa bwino usiana na mtengo wa banzako hivi vonse ufunika wazifunza pamene uchita business.
If it's your relationship, then how do you get customers who currently don't do business with you now to get to know you?
Ati ufunika wasakana njia chamene chizalengesa kuti ma customers wanzwa kugula bazi kugula ufunika wachana na santi wanzwa nigula bazakali bafunika kubwa kunigula branch ne.
The last question is, how can you grow your business to capture more market share from your competitors?
funse ya last ni ufunika kuchita bwanji business, ni ufunika kupeza njira ya bwanji, ufunika kupeza njira ya bwanji amene izakulengesa iwe kuti unkale na market ikulu bwanjo ya customers bambiri kuchira baja benzako bamene ucha nabo compete in business.
Are you going to open more locations that you sell from, or are you going to sell more things to people that you currently sell to?
Example yanenza pasa inapa nyakuti i business nocha example ngati iwe una restaurant kuti unkaye na market ikulu bwino uzafunika kupiti kuamba kodaka kugulisa vakuti vambiri kuti vanhu vazibwe vazigula visazisira olo. For example uzaenda usegule restaurant inango kuti nakweve kuja vazigulisa nakuja vazigulisa kuti vaja kuja vantu wagwiririra na uko pa town center wagwiririra na pa riverside wagwiririra na pa kawama wagwiririra vonse hivi ni mafunzo yanayofika uzifuza tu unkaye na market ikulu.
It is very important to share your ideas or your plan for a coach.
Ati time yenyewe kuzaka bwela banja watipunza makochi yati chili ati chintu chayana sana ukubalondera makochi ezibesu munjira amene mufuna imwe business yanu ichani ikolire.
It is also important that you be flexible to learn new ideas from your coach.
Ati futi chintu chinawo chili very important mufunika mwankala open masuka kukamba na coach wanu pali mwamene business yanu chitikira na mwamene mufuna business yanu inkalire mufunika mwankala bantu masuka maningi.
It is very important that these answers be thought out and neat.
Ati chili maningi ya chofunisisika maningi kuti ayo yonse makwesheni amene tafunisiwa hapa siku ya lero tiyamvesese bwino na kuyayanga.
If you are tier 1, these plans are what is going to tell your coach about your business.
Ati ngati muli mtia wanu mwani mwe bajane simuna nkalewa interview di bajadi mtia wanu mufunika naye mapale mzanga na wakochi wapunzani mufunika mkabauzi mkati explain mwamine mufunika naye mwe business mkandwamba business ikankali ile mufunika mkankali wa masuka.
If you are a micro business with just 1 or 2 people, this may be all you need to do.
Ati ngati ndimo makweba yangona mine yamba yaja maybe na customers babiri batatu bali 4 na bebe bakochi wako wanaanza kupasa ufunika nao wawauza wamene business yako ili wanaochitia na customers wako.
If you want to have a small business with more employees, you will need to convert this into an actual business plan.
Ati ngati uja business una customers wako wanaofunika chanichi magazo yako yafunika tuwaleta ayos vanochita vankala vintu vamene zakwaniritsika kuti mu business plan yako vinkala vintu vamene vinga chokwaniritsika pakuchita business ye.
And this will help you.
And ichi chakuthandizani.
If you are a tier 1, you should be doing this so that you can tell us your ideas as best you can.
Ati ngati mtia wanu ufunika understand mawasi explain kuti vaziva mamene imo muchitikirika.
If you can answer most of these questions, you might be ready to start a business.
ati mwe muli mutya wanu ngati mungakwaniritse kuyayankha mafunso timinzi ni chimwe ndipo bokonzeka kuyamba business.
Thank you. And I am looking forward to next week, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of this information.
Thank you, Mark. And thank you everyone for joining us today on Activate Business Zambia. We're so excited for everything that is being taught here as we really think in our minds, how can we create successful businesses? Emmanuel?
Come again, Pastor.
Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you everyone for joining us today.
Atibayamikira bonse bamene batijoyina pa siku ya lero.
As we consider the questions we must ask to create a successful business.
Ati aya yonse mafunzo amene batifunsa yalengesa kuti yazawapanga beve kumvesesa pamene bafunika kuchitandizirira muri mabusiness aya.
Some people just start a business, but they do not ask the right questions.
Ati vantu venanga mafuna kwamba business bati bapeze kati balibe ma questions yali right kuti bafunse pamene bafunika kuchita business.
They just do what everyone else is doing.
Beve vantu venanga amachache business chukwa chakuti no pana munsaji bachita business yankuku nani ndibe business yankuku kopanda nzeru.
So their success is very limited.
So imapeza kati uyanda chiwabo omankala so mankala bwino chifuka bachita business just because baneba now bachita business.
Today Mark is teaching us what we must learn to have a business advantage.
Ati bamake batipunzisa kuti iyi sepandita business tifika taziba mochita business na nzeru bwino.
If you could all be writing your answers to these questions and then handing them into Emmanuel Monsange.
Ati ma questions ane batifunsa tifika tayayanka then mwachita submit manipasa ine pano ine Emmanuel Monsange then ineniza kuyapeleka.
Then we will be able to see what you are writing and give you assistance.
Ati bazazi nikapeka kuli beve bazaberenga na kuziba mwana Afrika kutandizirirani imwe.
If any of you do not know how to contact Emmanuel,
I think ati musimuzi amoni chita contact ine pano.
He is in the WhatsApp group.
Nili mujamuli ja group ja maona itilima kwenda kulemba kupasa announcement ndiye ja namba yanga ja nema ona kwa jeti napasa na lemba uno abaso swana lembe abaso swana pasa ma report swana chani ndiye ine paja.
For those of you who are tuning in via YouTube,
imwe bamene mutimvesesa bwino pa YouTube,
then we encourage you to please maybe drop a comment in the YouTube or drop a comment so that we can contact you if you are unable to get a hold of Emmanuel.
Ati ngati manda pa YouTube paja palika comment section paja muka comment moja muzizivi mukambe kuti ine nilipo. Okay, mukambe kuti ni represent ni chipozi ni register tizaza bapasa sense bazaza kuti okay uyu muja cha comment uyu Precious Banda atita comment uyu hapa bazazi banaimwe mokutumia ni phone o mokuchani communicate so that musapezeke timusalira kumbuyo mapunziro yatu especially ngati simunga kwanise kulita contact ine pano Munsanje.
We want to commend all of you and say well done to those of you who have spent the money on the data today to be a part of this Zoom call.
bakuyamikani mwe bapasa Sethi mwe bantu bamuzambi bakuyamikani bonse pakusenzesa data yanu iyi pakusenzesa mabundles yanu kuti mukwanirise kupezeka pali chanichi pali iyi lesson bakuti zikomo.
We know it's not cheap, but we know it is a good investment into your future.
Ati bazi bakuti wewe ichintu nchokosa kuti chabe munda kuti che data verse 7 ne bakamba ni chintu chovuta but ni chintu chabwino because kusogolo chiza kupasani chani ma fruits yabwino.
It really inspires us to partner with you in your journey of growth.
Ati beve chiba kondweresa chiba mbesa bwino kuziba kuti bali na imwe until business yanu ichachani ikule muri iyamenti cheaters ya activate.
So well done to those of you who are in Kipiri Maposhi and the surrounding areas.
Ati bambera bwino kuri bonse mwale mukapiri mposhi bali kumukushi bali kulusaka bali kukabwe bali kumazabuka bali kumpika bonse bambera bwino.
I was going to say that, Emmanuel. I was going to get to Monze. I was going to get to the fact that we were going to, well done to those who are in Maposhi and Lusaka. And there are some of you who are like maybe 1 hour, 50 minutes maybe from Kipiri Maposhi. We know that you are also tuning in. I have become aware of some of you that are quite some distance from Kipiri, but still tuning in. Many of you are around one device, and we're very, very impressed with your determination.
Ati wapasa Sethi bambera bwino kuri baja benango muga kuja kuri Abraham zapeze kiti pafoni imozi pali bantu batatu bako mukushi paja kuri Gilbert kuri bantu bebi kumukushi bali pafoni imozi bantu bali 4 bonse bapasa Sethi bakamba ati chintu chiri easy bakamba ati zikomo na imwe bonse bali bapeza kati muri ma places ya teri kuchita pakapiri bakamba zikomo si chintu chiri easy but chiri worth it kuti mu mankala part of us bambera bwino.
Some of you dropped out 4 or 5 times, and I had to add you back in. We consider this great determination to not allow yourself to miss out.
Come again, Pastor.
Some of you dropped out on network even 4 or 5 times on this particular call because of your network. And yet you jump back in every time. You were determined to stay on the call, and we are very impressed.
Ati bali bakondwe akulimo bantu benango bakuti bapeze kati chikwa chakutikwa de muliri ko nikusanga mwa kunkala Abraham kuja kumukwane kutamani kumunda wanga kuja ipeze kati network ikugwa ya bwera yagwa network but muli determined mufunika mu making sure kuti mwapeze kapo apa mwanvesesa mapunzira icho chabakondweresa maningi bapasa Sethi.
I think I saw Faith drop out at least 6 times, which I thought every time jump back in. Well done.
Ati ipeze kati network yagwa maybe 6 times but ipeze kati ukali kubwerera pa platform kuti upunzire ati cheve icho chintu awo chabakondweresa.
So if you have more questions, you can ask, of course, direct message on WhatsApp. If you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out to Jamie Carr, who is, of course, here for all of your questions. Do not hesitate to reach out to Emmanuel Monsange. And between those two, you can ask any questions you need. Please do not forget to hand in your business plans. Please hand in the answers to your questions. If you have not, and there is a reason why you have not, you need to let Emmanuel Monsange know. If there is just 0 response, we will assume there is nothing that will come from you.
Apa nifuna mumvesesa apa vanima kama bapasa Sethi munimvesese imwe bantu mulungu ati ngati muna mafunzo yali yonse mufunse kuli ba Jamie Carr mufunika mwabalembera ba Jamie pa WhatsApp mwabalembera pa Facebook mwabalembera ba Jamie kuti nina funzo yaso mwabafunsa onga semu akwanza kufunsa ba Jamie mwafunsa ba Munsanje imano msanje mawafunsa kuti nanga bamusanje pa vintu vende bwanji ima answer question ili bwanji na ive ikatikanga timaziwa kuipeleka tizaita forward ichachani funso ene mafunsa ngati mwe simufunsa mafunso aja mapepa ma question ndi babati tikuvu baba mufilinga kati imwe simu ya filinga kuchia 00 ichi chatatauza kuti imwe pabebe muli pabe mulbe manso mpenya ya business yali yonse mufunika mwakamba ta ine koma ine kubebe ninga feeling ene manso mpenya business zona ni nilibe ni civil ta business mufunika bonse mwakamba so that zamani tingatandizilirane.
We understand the challenge of technology in taking the questions, answering them, then being able to get your answers back to us. For some of you, this is a challenge. We understand this.
Kuli bantu benangu ndichovuta chokwa cha technology benangu bema phone benangu bema laptop benangu asiza chuma tujiri tumafonda tujiri mwaka meka linako roda pencil na kajiri so icho ndechipanga kuti mafoni machani tutizikako nayo machani zamene tichani yameti kambabati kuli njia imoja yemwe ngasebenzise beta mati uza sola cha zamani tingamtandizire na imwe.
But it is a challenge you must overcome as a business.
Ati ngankale zachoncho zinto but ndiye zindametifika kupita kuti business inde pasogolo kuibe business ilibe ma challenges business ilizo ifika kana ma challenges monga ma challenges yametipitamo aya choncho ya network.
Challenge may be tough but you are tougher.
Ati ma challenge ngankaleko but imwe ndimobolimba kuchira ma challenges.
You are an overcomer.
Ati imwe ndimobo wina ndimoenda pasogolo.
We have patience for you, but you must persevere.
Ati mufunika mwankana chanichi chiyembekezo anchiyembekezo chifunika chapitirira kuti zoona tankhalirira mukuyembekezera.
I would like to thank those of you who've been very prompt and very quick to respond.
Atayamika kuli imwe bonse bamene mwakwanirisa kuyankha kuma questions amene tafunza na kugwirikana pali line amene tilipo pano ya Zoom.
We are watching you. This is noted and we are thankful.
Ati konse siwapo bakutambani imwe bana munzanje uko kwane munkala ku Zambia compound bakutambani imwe bonse muri pa Grace Pentecost Church imwe bonse bakutambani konse kwane muliri ati wapasa Seth nimokondera kutambani.
I'd also like to thank you for those of you that are helping others succeed.
Ati na imwe bonse wa Gilbert kujane mweserera kufiringira abantu ma papers aje kwatandizira ati bonse bakuyambikani bonse nemwe mutandizira kuti bantu basasalire kumbuyo ati bakutizikoma.
So we are going to finish now, but thank you so much for being on tonight's call and we will see you next week. Don't forget, hand in your questions.
Ati bakamati zikomo bazakuona next week futi pa Wednesday na nthawi ya 18 hours musaivale kucha submit ma questions amene wakupasani kuli ine zikomo.
All questions are due the morning by 9 a.m. of Wednesday next week.
Ati ma question haya mufunika mwaita submit kuli ine pa Tuesday na nthawi ya 9 hours. Kunosa tikupitia imwe.
And last week's questions are already due. If you have not handed them in yet, just let Emmanuel Monsange or Jamie Carr know your reason why. We can work with you.
Atinga tisima ya jama question yana suka tipasa pa Wednesday semna series mufunika mna series omungati kulizo na yemuli nayo isipeta manyona ene olomona ba Jamie Carr kuti mulonjinga ijachani mupase ijalizo na yemuli nayo why ochifukwa chachani jama mafunzo semna ya yangi.
And with that we will bid you farewell. God bless you.
Atambuya akudaliseni Mungu akudaliseni bonse imwe bana wale mumvesera wa youth imwe zikomo.
God bless everybody. Bye.